Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going over a sample bridal skincare routine. Now, one of my friends and one of my cousins is getting married very soon, and so they actually came to me and asked, hey, I really want your advice about what skincare I should be doing in advance to prep for my wedding. So obviously I wanted to help, and so I designed a skincare routine for each of them after talking to them about, what their skin needs and what their skin goals are for their wedding. So I actually noticed similarities in what they wanted for their skin and also the approach that I had for their skincare routines. So brides generally want less acne, they want more even skin tone, and they want a glowing complexion. So depending on your skin type, your skin goals may be different for your wedding, but in the case of my friend and my cousin, that is what they personally wanted. This is what I've seen most commonly, and so this is actually what I would want personally. Now, I think it's important to note that if you are getting married, first of all, congratulations, but also it's really important that you start a skincare routine way in advance of the actual day of your wedding. Skincare takes time, and so you need to have at least 3 or 4 months in order to properly test products out to see if your skin really likes it and reacts well to it, and also to accomplish whatever skin goals you may have. So the earlier you start, the better chances you'll have having the skin that you want on your wedding day. So anyway, going back to the 3 goals that I outlined earlier: less acne, more even skin tone, and also a glowing complexion. So let's talk about the less acne goal. Now, this is applicable to anyone that wants less acne, because honestly, acne is not fun. I actually have a little breakout right here on the corner of my nose. It's really bothering me and I want it to go away. But like I said, these things take time. They have to do with stress and hormones and the environment and just overall your hygiene. So overall, acne can be a huge monster to tackle, and especially if you have severe cystic acne, you may be better off going to a dermatologist, because over-the-counter products that I'm about to recommend may not help fully. Sometimes you may need the help of a doctor, and that's okay. The one product that I think will make the biggest difference in acne is a BHA exfoliant, or a beta-hydroxy acid, or salicylic acid. So salicylic acid is the ingredient referred to as a beta-hydroxy acid, and what's really cool about salicylic acid is that it's actually oil soluble, meaning that it can actually penetrate into pores and break down any sort of oxidized sebum and stuff that's inside your pores. So that means that it tackles blackheads really effectively if you use a BHA at a low concentration multiple times a week for several months at a time. Now, you may be wondering, why can't I just use a pore strip the day before my wedding? I really want to caution you not to do that, because pore strips can actually cause a huge amount of damage to your skin, and it can actually cause a ton of redness and inflammation because you're tugging at your skin really harshly, and so you definitely don't want to have a red T-zone on your wedding day. So I really advise against using pore strips as a short-term sort of solution to your blackheads. I really think it's best to use a beta-hydroxy acid chemical exfoliant, way before your actual wedding day, so that you have a lot of time to resolve those blackheads. So what's great about beta-hydroxy acids is that not only do they tackle blackheads and pore congestion, but they also really help with acne, because a really common cause of acne is a clogged pore, and actually most acne originates from the pores. And so if you clean out your pores and get them all clean, there's less likely chance that you'll have acne occurring. So I think the best BHA on the market is definitely the Paula's Choice BHAs. She has a liquid, a gel, and a lotion exfoliant. So depending on your skin type, you can pick whatever product is best for you. I personally have the 2% BHA gel. This works really well for me. I have normal to dry skin, and I have used this for years and I've loved it. If you have extremely dry skin, you might want to try the BHA lotion that Paula's Choice sells. If you have extremely oily skin, you might want to try the liquid exfoliant. So I generally recommend using a BHA 2 to 3 times a week if you have very oily, acne prone skin. If you don't really suffer with acne, if you don't really suffer with blackheads, if you have more dry skin where your pores are not as noticeable, you definitely don't have to use it 2 to 3 times a week. You can use it just once a week or once every other week if you want. And so I want to circle back to my point earlier of starting early with your skincare routine for your wedding, so that you have time to kind of assess how your skin is doing and see how it reacts to products. Because if you just blindly follow my advice, you might be doing your skin a disservice. But if you, start with my advice and then slowly, adjust your routine according to how your skin feels, you're gonna be in a much better shape. So now we tackle the goal of having a more even skin tone, and this is actually a lot easier than you would think. There are a number of different products that you can use to accomplish the skin goal. I would say for oily skin, niacinamide is going to be one of the best ingredients for you, because not only does niacinamide improve hyperpigmentation, which means reducing those dark spots from acne or from the sun, niacinamide can also really help to reduce sebum production. So if you have really crazy excess goopy sebum that accumulates on your T-zone, applying niacinamide can really help to control the sebum. I would definitely say there are two top niacinamide products for me. If you have oily skin, I think the Good Molecules at 10% niacinamide serum is an amazing serum. It's not super hydrating like say the next serum I'm about to mention, but it is really powerful. It does wonders for my skin, and I love, love, love the formulation of this. However, if you have more dry skin, I would say the Visviva Urea 5% and niacinamide 5% serum is a little bit better suited for your skin type, because it has urea, which is a humectant, and also has other humectants like hyaluronic acid and glycerin to really deeply hydrate the skin, which I think is incredibly important for dry skin. And then also contains 5% niacinamide, so you're going to get those skin brightening effects. With these products, niacinamide products like these, they're not photosensitizing, so you can use them in the morning if you want underneath of your sunscreen. I personally use the Visviva Rosewater Serum every single morning underneath my sunscreen, and it works beautifully. I have also tried the same thing with the niacinamide serum, but it's just a little bit not hydrating enough for my skin, and so I prefer using the Visviva one. But if you have really oily skin, this is a great pick. Additionally, an alpha hydroxy acid can be a great way to exfoliate your skin and create a more even skin tone. So alpha hydroxy acids come in multiple different flavors. There's glycolic acid, mandelic acid, lactic acid. Depending on what molecule it is will determine how intensive an exfoliation you get. This one right here is from Crave Beauty. It's their Hallelujah, and it has glycolic acid, which is the smallest HA molecule, which means that it's going to provide the most intense exfoliation experience. But because it's only at 5.25%, it's not that intense. And so if you are a beginner to acids, this is actually a really, really great pick, because it is a lower percentage compared to maybe 10 or 15% that I've seen in alpha hydroxy acids. Not only are AHAs great for exfoliating, they're also very hydrating. So if you do suffer with dry skin and you're dealing with dry patches, alpha hydroxy acids can really help with that. Additionally, it is so incredibly important to protect your skin from the sun. We are coming up on warmer months now, and so it means that the sun is going to be out a lot more, and we're going to, be outside a lot more, doing outdoor activities, and so it's so incredibly important that you wear sunscreen. And so my two favorite sunscreens are right here. Lately, I've been opting for a little bit more of a hydrating, moisturizing feel to my sunscreens as opposed to a more alcohol-based sunscreen. So if you do have oily skin, these are going to be a little bit heavier on the skin compared to an alcohol-based sunscreen. If you're looking for an oily skin sunscreen recommendation, the one that I recommend all the time is the Misha Sun Milk Essence. I will link it down below in the info box. It is a beautiful sunscreen, very, very lightweight. Whenever I go on vacation to like the beach or any sort of like hot, humid destination, I always bring that sunscreen because it is so lightweight. You can barely feel it on your skin. But for my skin right now, what works best for me is either the Beach Shield from Crave Beauty or the COSRX Aloe Soothing Sun Cream. Both of these are a very high SPF, high PA value, so they're really, really effective at blocking UV rays from the sun. And additionally, they're a little bit, moisturizing, a little bit hydrating, so they feel like moisturizers, which makes me over apply it, which is good. If you're curious as to how to apply sunscreen, I did a video all about how much sunscreen you should be applying every single day. I will link the video down below in the info box for you to go watch. Now, lastly, for glowy skin, I would say alpha hydroxy acids and humectants are the answer. So we talked already about the Crave Beauty Hallelujah, which is an alpha hydroxy acid, but in terms of humectants go, anything with hyaluronic acid, glycerin, urea, any sort of honey ingredients, those are beautiful on the skin. They will make your skin super hydrated, super bouncy, super glowy. So the hydrating serum that I love using is from Visviva, the Urea 5% and niacinamide 5% serum. This is really beautiful. I've also tried the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid serum. I love that serum as well. It's really affordable as well. So if you want to over apply it, morning and night, you can totally do that and not break the bank. So those were all the products that I have put together for, some of the skincare routines that I've designed for some of my friends and cousins that are getting married married. But like I said, you can absolutely work with your current skincare routine and just adjust it in order to accomplish whatever your skin goals are for your wedding. But I have a feeling that a lot of people watching this video maybe don't have a skincare routine, and that's why they were searching a bridal skincare routine on YouTube. And so if you are new to skincare, I definitely want you to stick around and subscribe to this channel, because I make a ton of science-based, chemistry-based videos all about skincare. And I really do my best to make my explanations as simple as possible so that you can really understand exactly what's going on with the ingredients in your products. If you have any questions at all about any of the products that I mentioned, or if you have any questions about skincare in general or your routine, then definitely comment down below in the comment section. I will do my best to get back to you. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and spending this time with me. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!